Hey everybody, what's up? Benji Pistone here, representing Canada. How are you doing today? So anyways, just recently I have decided that what I'm going to be doing a few times is that I'm going to be digging through my CD collection, and what I want to do is I want to do classic reviews. Classic reviews of classic hip-hop albums that I actually own, and I hope that all of you have checked out my the review that I recently did of the Jay-Z Pride of Marcy CD that I own. And if none of you have not seen that yet, check it out. I pretty much reviewed like this Jay-Z 4 CD collection that I own, and yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead. This is gonna be my second review, and I am new at this reviewing stuff, so bear with me. And I'm gonna try to get better and better at it when it comes to my research and all that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna do my very best. So, anyways, this second CD that I own is was released in 1998. And this over here is considered to be a hip-hop classic. So today I'm going to be reviewing for you guys this 1998 CD over here. This one over here. Gangstarr's 1998 album called Moment of Truth. Now, for all you hip-hop heads, you obviously know who Gangstarr is. Gangstarr, consisting of DJ Premier, the producer slash DJ, and the MC Guru. Alright? Now, they have been doing their thing since the early 90s, and throughout their career, the two of them, as Gangstarr, have released a ton, well, not a ton, quite a few CDs together. A lot of great albums, and yeah, and Gangstarr is actually considered to be one of the most influential hip hop bands of all time, hands down, without a question. All right, and you've got DJ Premier being hands down one of the greatest hip hop DJs, and also one of the greatest hip-hop producers of all time. This guy, when it comes to beats, like, he is one of my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, he's produced for Jay-Z, he's produced for Nas. In fact, one of my favorite DJ Premier produced songs of all time is actually Nas's track, Nas I Am. That beat that Premier has for that song is just absolutely crazy, and it is like one of my favorite of all time. I'm gonna, if you've never heard this song before, you need to listen to this song, because that Premier beat is just absolutely crazy. And he's pretty much produced for a lot more people. He's produced for, Royce the 5'9", who's also another one of my favorite MCs. And yeah, just an incredible producer, amazing beats. The guy is awesome, And also he's pretty much produced all of the beats for Gangstarr throughout the years. And then you've got Guru being like, who was an incredible MC, lyrically a very intelligent rapper with, like a lot of intelligent things to say in his rhymes, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, a few years ago, Guru passed away of cancer, and it was a great loss in hip hop. And to me, I was actually saddened when I found out that that Guru passed away, because honestly, I was actually looking forward to Gangstarr, getting back together, premiering Guru, getting back together, and making another Gangstarr album, because at the time of Guru's death, Premier and Guru, like they weren't together. And pretty much Gangstarr was in hiatus. You know what I mean? And at the time, the last album that the two of them released was this album called The Owners, which was released in, I believe, early 2000, around that time. And that is also The Owners, a crazy album. Okay, so let's talk about this album over here, Moment of Truth, which was released in 1998. Now this album over here, out of their entire library, is considered to be one of their finest works. And me personally, when it comes to picking one of my favorite Gangstarr albums, this over here is one of my favorites, next to another album that they put out called Hard to Earn, which I believe was the last album that they put out before this one over here. Hard to Earn, another crazy fucking album, and also this one over here, my favorite as well, Moment of Truth. It consists of 20 songs, and you've got like all of those amazing Gangstarr songs, like My Steez, you got Moment of Truth, you've got JFK to the LAX. Oh my god, the beat on that song is just absolutely crazy. You know what I mean? And yeah, it's such a great album, such a classic album. And this is actually one of the albums that the Source magazine gave a perfect 5 mic rating. For those of you who do not know about the Source magazine, which being a very popular hip-hop magazine, when they review albums, like they review it in a 5 mic rating, like 5 being a hip-hop classic, and also like 4, you know what I mean, So this was actually one of the albums that was given a perfect 5 mic rating, certifying it a hip-hop classic. This was given 5 mics next to Jay-Z's debut album, Reasonable Doubt, and also Nas's debut album, Illmatic, which also are 2 of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. You know what I mean? Not only in my opinion, but also, the opinion of every hip-hop head on the planet. Alright? So this over here, Moment of Truth, this album is like one of my favorites, okay? And Gangstarr, being a great group that they were just unbelievable. And it's unfortunate that Guru is no longer around, because I'm pretty sure that the two of them would have gotten back together and made another great album. Alright? And the cool thing about Gangstarr is that throughout the years, like their sound has changed. You know what I mean? Like when they first came out, they released their debut album called No More Mr. Nice Guy, which is a great album. And when they first started out, they sort of had like that jazzy hip hop sound. Like kind of like what A Tribe Called Quest had and what Diggable Planets had. And as the years went on, their sound has changed, and that's what makes Gangstarr a really great group. You know what I mean? Because none of their songs have repeated, or none of their songs have never sounded the same as the other one. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's my review of Moment of Truth. This here is one of my favorites. and it's in my CD collection. So yeah. So that's another review. Okay. So if you like this video, subscribe, comment at the bottom, and for the rest of you, if you like what you saw, subscribe to my channel, Benji Pistone. Alright, here I am in Canada. Thank you very much for listening. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.